Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Croc here. I'm just making a video today to talk a little bit about remote learning spaces. I see people doing these amazing things that they see on Pinterest and being really crafty, but I just want to show you a couple of things that I feel like has helped my family over the remote learning the last week. We have a kindergartner and a grade 4 student, and we're in my grade 4 student's room. Upstairs, he's shown us that he can be independent enough to work up here. So I want to show you a couple of things that I feel like are helpful and might be helpful for your family. So we made this desk out of an existing desk we had. It had drawers on the side. My son loves to shove stuff into drawers, so we decided to take them off and make sort of a standing desk because he is sitting for quite some time. So we're trying to encourage him to stand a little bit more. He does have a chair that he can use, but we did want to try to encourage him to stand a bit. So I just want to show you what we did. On these two sides, on this side rather, he has all of his school items. So he has notebooks that he's required to have for his classroom, and those are here, and I sort of labeled the side so he can see them. And here's a binder full of stuff that's sent from the school, all those important notices that come home about if your child's hybrid, what cohort they're in, communication with the teachers, different phone numbers, things like that. If I don't put them in one place, I'm definitely going to lose them. So they all stay in there along with some reference sheets his teacher sent. Then he has his math book and his reading book. We have a folder just of plain paper. I feel like teachers have been asking, and I know in my own teaching practice, for kids to reach for blank paper. So I wanted to have that readily accessible for him. His whiteboard eraser, the whiteboard the school gave us. So basically this is everything he needs on this whole side of his desk for school purposes. Up here, he's got a couple of pencils, a whiteboard marker, scissors, glue stick, highlighter, and ruler. We're only giving him what he needs in order to be successful. The more you give, the more likely children are to lose those items. I know that's a very strange thing, but they don't become accountable for them if they know they have 4 pencils. It's so much easier to keep track of than 12. On this side, I just did some art materials. So we've got crayons, we just got these at the dollar store years ago. I have a mason jar here. I'm hoping to replace that because I don't really love glass up here, but that's what we had. Markers, and then behind there are some gel pens that he likes to use. Then he has a clipboard here, and here's some just other stuff for his desk, like paper clips and things he doesn't particularly need, but he likes to have because he likes to do crafts. And then this is a really cool thing. This is called a Zen board. If you open it, you can actually see that. Oh, this is really hard to do one-handed. Sorry. There's a paintbrush in there, and then this part here, you can actually just use water to paint on it. It's a really good screen break tool. I bought this years ago to try out for my own teaching practice. So you basically paint on it with water, and then once the water starts to dry, it fades away. And it's just a really nice mindfulness thing. So I'm going to encourage him to try to use that during screen breaks and whatnot. But those are available on Amazon, some toy stores. They are a little pricey, but I feel like it was worth it. I use it in school quite a bit, and he does use it. Okay, so one thing I've learned is to have an open space, right? The kids have like notebooks out sometimes, they've got books out sometimes, they've got their Chromebooks out, and I feel like the more flat space you can give them to work, the better prepared they'll be and the less frustrated they'll get because they won't be looking for everything underneath stuff. So that's like kind of the goal we've been trying to get at for the last week or so. Next thing I have up, he likes to have his little crafts, which is cool. On this side, I asked him to leave a little bit of space for school-related items. Right here, I have his schedule. I retyped the schedule the teacher gave me. She did a wonderful job of writing exactly what they're going to do each day. I just kind of simplified it. We all take a morning walk in our family. I think that's a huge benefit to anybody that can get outside, even in the cold weather, to bundle up. My kids just tend to work way better for me if we do that in the morning. And then it just has like, when am I going to have a snack? Because my kids love to eat and they need to know right when snack time is. I just covered up in blue their teachers' names to respect their privacy, but this just gives them like a good layout of the week. It's probably subject to change as any schedule is, but I feel like it's helpful to have it right there so he can see it. Other than that, I don't really have anything hung up. No ABCs, no 1, 2, 3s, no cursive handwriting. If there's something he needs and his teacher wants him to have, I'll put it up there. But if you're just hanging stuff up to hang stuff up to look nice, that's awesome. But I know that some kids get visually distracted, as my son would. So if there's something we need to put up there, we'll put it up there. Otherwise, we'll leave it blank for now. The last thing I want to show you, and this I feel like is my best idea yet, but this I can't take it as my own. This right here is a wireless doorbell. Our kindergarten teachers in my school use this to gain attention from students. So if the kids are working, the teacher has this bell with them, ding dong, and the kids look at her and they know exactly what to do. What I did, and I tried out last week, is I gave this doorbell to my son, and I said, if you have any trouble with your computer or you have any trouble with your work, I want you to ring this bell. If I don't come within like a minute and a half, ring it again, but give me some time to get up, or dad to get up to do whatever we're doing and come get you. It worked like a charm. It took a little bit of the whininess out of it, because you know how sometimes that mom can like set you off on one end and then set the child off. They just ring the doorbell, and it works great. So I'm going to show you how it works. So you ring it, and you can just plug it into a regular outlet. Now, to show you, I have it up here, but I would typically have this down wherever I was working. Our home has 2 levels, so I work on the bottom level with my kindergarten son, while my older son works up in his, well, it's going to be working up in his room. I'm really hopeful this will help. And I just hung this up with this stuff. I don't know how much this is, but I use this for everything. Target has it, Walmart has it. It's just like a putty, and you can I just pushed it onto his little board here. This I got on Amazon for $14, and I think I've already like made progress with how much I spent on it. Like I definitely got my return. So I hope you find this helpful. I know that we're all trying to figure this out, taking care of younger siblings, or working from home, but these remote spaces, they can be really simple, and honestly, less is more. So I hope you find this helpful for you and your family. Take care.